Good morning. Good morning, my beloved brothers and sisters. It is good to be in the house of labor one more time. Just one more time. The chairman of the board of trustees, members of the board of trustees, Madam President, members of the faculty, family members and friends, and to you, the beautiful, handsome class of 2013, congratulations. I wish you well. Now, I'm delighted, very happy, and very pleased to be here with so many wonderful people, so many leaders of labor. But to be honored with these three unbelievable leaders, it is more than I can bear, more than I can take. President Trunker, the words disturb is all right. It's okay. Because it is my hope, it is my prayer, it is my desire as graduates that you would get out there and disturb the order of things and find a way to get in the way. Now, I didn't grow up in a big city like Chicago, or Baltimore, or Madison, Wisconsin, Silver Spring, or Washington, or Atlanta. I grew up on a farm in rural Alabama. My father was a sharecropper, a tenant farmer. But back in 1944, when I was 4 years old, and I do remember when I was 4, my father had saved $300, and with the $300, he bought 110 acres of land. My family still own that land today. On this farm, there was a lot of cotton and corn, peanuts, hogs, cows, and chicken. I don't have time to tell you the story because I only have 2 or 3 minutes here. But it was my responsibility to care for the chickens. And I fell in love with raising chickens like no one else could raise chicken. Now, I know as graduates, I know as smart and dedicated students, you're very smart. But you don't know anything about raising chicken. You know something about maybe Popeyes, churches, Kentucky Fried, Chick-fil-A, Bojingo, but you don't know anything about raising chicken. Well, I became very good at raising chickens. As a little boy, I wanted to be a minister. And from time to time, with the help of my brothers and sisters and my cousins, we would gather all of our chickens together in the chicken yard, like you gather here in this hall. And we would have church. The chicken, along with my brothers and sisters and cousins, would help make up the audience, the congregation. And I would start speaking or preaching. And when I look back on it, some of these chickens would bow their heads. Some of these chickens would shake their heads. They never quite said amen. But I'm convinced that some of those chickens that I preached to in the 40s and the 50s tended to listen to me much better than some of my colleagues listen to me today in the Congress. As a matter of fact, some of those chickens were just a little more productive. At least they produce eggs. Now, as graduates, I want you to go out there and find a way to get in the way. When I was growing up and would visit the little town of Troy, visit Tuskegee, visit Montgomery, visit Birmingham, I saw those signs that said white men, colored men, white women, colored women, white waiting, colored waiting. Come home and ask my mother, my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, why? They would say, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. But one day in 1955, 15 years old, in the 10th grade, I heard of Rosa Parks. Heard the words of Martin Luther King Jr. on old radio. I met Rosa Parks in 57 when I was 17. The next year, in 1958, at the age of 18, I met Martin Luther King Jr., and I was inspired to get in the way and get in trouble. I said to you, you have a moral obligation, a mandate, and a mission to get out there, push and pull, get in trouble, good trouble, disturb the order of things. There are forces in our country that want to take us back, want to take organized labor back, take the civil rights movement back, take women back, take immigrants back. But organized labor, we must speak up, speak out, and say we're not going back, we're going forward. So you must be leaders. I urge you, I beg of you to be headlights and not taillights. I urge of you to be a pilot light and not a firecracker. You know, a firecracker, it just shoot off. Never heard of it anymore. But a pilot light, you will continue. As a firefighter, you know something about pilot light, brother? It would just continue to burn and burn. You must burn and shine and bring light to dark places. Go out there, get in the way. Don't be afraid. Be a good courage. Be brave. Organize. Mobilize. Get all of organized labor, get all Americans to register and to vote. The vote is the most powerful, non-violent instrumental tool that we have in a democratic society. And there are people here in America trying to take it away. The Supreme Court is going to act maybe Monday, maybe Thursday, and there's a possibility that this court is going to put a dagger in the heart of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Only thing I did, I gave a little blood on that bridge for the right to vote. But 49 years ago, yesterday, 3 of my friends, James Straney, Annie Goodman, and Mickey Schwerner, gave their very lives in Mississippi. These 3 young men didn't die in Vietnam. They didn't die in the Middle East. They didn't die in Africa or Eastern Europe or Central or South America. They died right here in our own country. The President spoke to you about the March on Washington. When we marched 50 years ago, I was there, the youngest speaker, and out of the 10 people that spoke that day, I'm the only one still around. So I tell you now more than ever before, I feel like I must continue to get out there, to push and pull and disturb the order of things. We can do it. We must do it. So be brave, be courageous, stand up, speak out, just get in the way. A few short years ago, at the time of the March on Washington, in the American South, some people were asked to count the number of bubbles in a bar of soap, to count the number of jelly beans in a jar. People stood in unmovable lines. Hopefully you won't be beaten, arrested, or go to jail. But if you go to jail, go with dignity and with pride. And if you want me to join you, I'll be happy to do it. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. And since I've been in Congress, I've been 4 times. So we must not be afraid. We must not allow our position, because we got an education that should prepare us to be better soldiers, fighters, warriors. Go out there, get in the way, and speak truth to power. Thank you very much.